By the end of this video, you'll be able to type a sentence in Claude, walk away, and come back to a finished project. A full week of social posts, a year of receipts sorted, invoices for every client, all of it hands off. 2 AI models, 1 task, 0 clicks from you. That's what happens when you run this one command in Claude. By the end of this video, you'll have it all set up and running. If you ever sat there typing keep going to Claude over and over while it grinds through a long task, this is going to save your sanity. In this video, I'm going to walk you through how to use this tool, show you the magic behind why it works so well, and give you a real example you can copy. Let's start with what /goal actually is. When you type a / a little menu pops up with a list of built-in commands. Here's the thing about these. They aren't prompts you're typing in, they're actual tools. Each one does something very specific. And a /goal is one of them. It's brand new and I've been using it pretty much non-stop for the past few weeks. Here's the problem /goal is solving. Say you've got a year's worth of bank statements sitting in PDFs and you want every transaction pulled out. You want them categorized into things like food, gas, and subscription with a monthly spending breakdown you can drop into a spreadsheet at the end. That's a big job and Claude has always been able to do it and it does it well. But without /goal, Claude will pull the transaction from the first statement and then stop. Then it waits for you to type something like keep going or allow the next procedure. And it happens again and again and again, and you're sitting there babysitting your computer for over an hour. That's how it used to work. And a /goal fixes that completely. You type /goal followed by one sentence describing exactly when Claude Code should stop, and then Claude just works. Turn after turn, it runs on its own until the job is fully done. So take a look at this. You type /goal and then a finish line. A finish line is something like Claude can actually verify. You type in something like every find in my receipt folder has been categorized and summarized into a spreadsheet that exists with totals. That's the finish line. Then Claude start running and you'll see that little indicator right here. It shows the goal is active with a timer next to it. That is your proof Claude is working on its own. It's not waiting for you, it's not waiting for me, it's just going. Now here's the interesting part. When you set a goal, there are actually 2 AI agents running at the same time. The first is the main model. That's the worker running on Opus or Sonnet. It is the one doing the job, building the files, running the code, organizing your stuff. Think of it as your employee. The magic is in the second agent. Think of it as the employee's boss. Every single step the worker takes, the boss jumps in and reviews what just happens, and it asks one simple question. Is the goal met yet? If the boss says no, it tells the worker exactly why the job isn't done, and it kicks off another turn. The worker goes back to work, the boss checks again and again and again. That loop keeps going until the boss says yes. And that's when Claude stops. That's the magic behind /goal. If you type /goal with nothing after it, it shows you how long the goal has been running, how many turns it's taken, and how many tokens it's used. It is basically your dashboard. You can check it on your employee anytime you want. Now, let's talk about the setup quickly. This part matters. If you want a full hands-off experience when you actually walk away and come back to a finished project, there are actually 2 things you need to do. First is typing /goal, that's the easy part. We just covered it. The second thing is turning on auto approve. By default, every time Claude wants to run a command or edit a file, it asks for permission. It'll say, can I do this or can I run that? If you don't turn on auto approve, Claude pauses and waits for you to click on every single action, even while /goal is running. It is a safety feature, but if you want it running on its own, you need auto approve turned on. A few things to keep in mind here. You're giving AI permission to do everything on its own. The good news is Claude has safety nets built in and it won't run anything dangerous without checking with you first. It stays inside the project you've pointed it at and you can set limits on what it's allowed to do. I'd say auto mode is more advanced feature and you should fully understand what Claude has access to and how your data is being handled before you flip it on. Anthropic has a full security and privacy document and I've linked it in the description. Go read it. The command is powerful, so use it responsibly. There's one more thing we have to cover, and if you get it wrong, /goal will either run forever and waste money, or just not work, or chew through all your tokens. I've already burned days worth of tokens on a single task learning this the hard way, so let me save you the troubles. Remember the boss can only see what the workers reports back to it. It can't go check your files on its own, so your goal condition, your finish line, has to be something the boss can actually confirm from what the worker has reported. It can be vague. You can't say make no mistakes or do a good job. Those are examples I've tried and the boss has no way to confirm them, so Claude just spins in a circle, burning tokens. And here's another bad one. Clean up my files and make everything organized. How does the boss know when everything is organized? It doesn't, so Claude keeps going and it won't know when to stop. And it'll use up all your tokens. If you're on API, that is real money. Instead, you write something like, every file in my receipt folder has been renamed with a date and a vendor name, categorized into monthly folders, and spending CSV exists with one row per receipt. See the difference? That version has a finish line. The boss can actually verify a specific file that needs to exist, a specific folder that needs to be created, something the boss can look at in the conversation and say, yes, that's done. And one more thing, always add a safety cap. At the end of your condition, you can write stop after 30 turns or stop after 45 minutes. That is your seatbelt if something goes wrong, sideways. Quick thing before the demos, if this has been helpful so far, go ahead, subscribe, hit a like, drop a comment. It genuinely helps the channel out and I really appreciate it. Okay, let's get into some real example. Say you own a coffee shop. You know you should be posting on social media every day, but you know you don't have time to plan it, write it, and come up with new ideas constantly. Most small businesses are exactly in that spot. They know they need to do it, but it eats up your hours. So if you use the goal command here, I type /goal and give it a finish line. Look at this one. It is asking Claude to build a full week of social media content for a coffee shop with captions, hashtags, and real images pulled from Nano Banana API, then dropped into a professional PDF I can actually use. And if it's not done in 20 turns, stop. The boss is making sure all 50 posts are there with images before it signs off. Here's what came back. A full week of content, 15 posts across 3 platforms, every caption written, all the hashtags, all the images, everything is there. I didn't do a single thing besides typing that prompt. I walked away, came back, and here it is. This is the kind of work a social media manager charges hundreds of dollars a month for. There are other ways to use it, and that's just one example. You could use /goal to build a loyalty program for a dog grooming business, or you could plan a full month of daily specials for a restaurant. And you could write a personalized reply to every single review you've gotten, or generate invoices for all your clients, and anything that takes a lot of steps or a lot of time, you can hand them to /goal. Before we run this thing, let's talk cost. First, you need a pro or max plan, and /goal can get expensive if you're not careful. As I said earlier, the boss keeps Claude running until the job is done. But if your condition is bad, the boss is never satisfied and Claude just keeps looping and using your tokens. 3 rules to avoid that. Rule 1 is always use that safety cap. Stop after 25 turns or 45 minutes every time. Rule 2 is check your usage before you walk away. Type /usage and see where you at on credit. And rule 3, start small. Your first goal shouldn't be recognized by an entire business. Start with 1 folder, 1 batch of receipts, 1 set of reviews, get comfortable with how it behaves, and then scale up. Do those 3 things and you'll be in a good shape. So that's /goal. Use at the finish line, Claude works on its own, and the boss watches over everything until the job is done. If you're comfortable, turn on auto approve. If you're not, leave it off. Write a specific condition with a safety cap and let Claude do the work. Quick plug, if you haven't seen my Claude Co-Work OS video, check it out right here. I'd encourage you to watch it. And if this one helped, leave a like, hit subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.